All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about how Azure pipelines can totally revolutionize your software development workflow. Seriously, we're looking at automating the entire process, from the moment a developer writes a single line of code all the way to getting it live for your customers.
So, what is Azure Pipelines, really? Well, you can think of it as the powerhouse behind continuous integration and continuous delivery. It's kind of like having a super efficient, fully automated assembly line just for your code, making sure every single change is handled perfectly.
Okay, so let's break this down. We're going to start with the first half of the equation, continuous integration, or CI. This is really where the whole automation journey kicks off.
Continuous integration is all about one simple idea: integrating code, well, continuously. Every time a developer commits a change, an automated process just kicks in to build and test it. The whole point here is to catch any problems super early, long before they turn into those massive headaches down the road.
So let's see how this actually works. A developer commits their code to a repository, right? That single action automatically triggers the CI pipeline. The pipeline then grabs the code, compiles it, and runs a bunch of automated tests, like unit tests, to make sure a specific function, maybe calculate total, is working exactly as it should. And boom, the results pop up on a dashboard, giving the whole team instant feedback.
This immediate feedback loop, it's an absolute game changer. By using CI, teams can spot and squash bugs so much faster. This has a huge impact. Teams that really get this right can often fix issues in production in less than an hour. That's a massive leap forward for stability.
All right, let's move on to the next stage. So, our code has been successfully built and tested through CI. Great, but what's next? How do we actually get it out there to our users? That, my friends, is where continuous delivery comes into play.
So continuous delivery is the next logical step in the process. It takes that successfully built code from CI and automates the entire release process. The really powerful thing here is that it makes sure your application is always in a state where it's ready to be released. No last-minute scrambles.
In a CD pipeline, a successful build creates something called an artifact. Just think of an artifact as the final packaged-up version of your application, all set to be installed. The pipeline then takes this artifact and deploys it to different environments, like a testing server or a staging area. And, this is key, you can set up manual approval gates, so you have complete control over what gets released to customers and when. It's safe and controlled.
And the wins here are just enormous. You get more frequent and, more importantly, reliable releases. It also cuts way down on manual work, which means less chance for human error. But the best part? You're getting those valuable new features into your customers' hands way, way faster.
Okay, so let's connect all the dots. When you put CI and CD together, you get this incredibly powerful workflow. And it's an especially big deal for teams that are using agile methodologies. It's like they were made for each other.
So how does this fit into the Agile world? Like a glove. Agile is all about speed, iteration, and getting feedback. Well, the super fast, automated nature of CI/CD is a perfect match. It totally supports short sprint cycles. It creates those continuous feedback loops, and it aligns perfectly with the whole idea of delivering value piece by piece.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The main takeaway here is that automation through CI/CD isn't just about being more efficient. It's about fundamentally changing how you operate so you can be incredibly responsive to what your customers need. And that is the absolute soul of Agile.
So, to wrap it all up, Azure Pipelines creates this one seamless, automated path. It takes that initial code commit from a developer and smoothly guides it through building, testing, and deploying, ultimately delivering a fantastic product to your customers with incredible speed and reliability. And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Now that you've seen the whole CI/CD picture, just take a moment and ask yourself, how could this level of automation completely change the way your team builds, tests, and delivers software? Something to think about.